My degree was in Toronto was environmental science with international development, and I kind of just happened to find this aquatic ecology stuff I liked. So then for my master's, I did focus more on that, and I chose for my research topic to do something with fish. And I did another work placement. That's how like Andrew and I worked for the same person. It was when I went back to Ontario. So I kept like specializing more and more in fish, like through studies and through work experiences. And then I knew I wanted to kind of stick with fish, but I was like, what you study is more like, how like fish biology, fish physiology, the science of the fish. But
Hmm.
when you actually graduate and you're trying to find a job with fish oriented knowledge, you're either going to be helping the industry catch fish better, you're going to be helping industry farm fish better. You might work for the government, like, like Andrew and I did, where you're researching, but even that research is fish are treated as a resource. Aquatic animals, let's say, are treated
Hmm.
as a resource in most countries around the world. They're not like, we don't talk about like, I don't know, wild land animals as a resource. Like that's nature and wildlife. But for some reason,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You don't
actually,
think
in
of them as
our
a being, you think of them as a like a subject.
and something we could exploit for our own economic gain, right? So, like they talk
Right.
about fish stocks. I don't have a view on whether it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the reality of the world.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just digress for a second. So, even in Arabic, the word that we use for fisheries is fish wealth. Like that's the wealth that the country that has those fish stocks has. Um, and the word resources, many countries calls it fisheries resources. It's not seen as like they're there to be exploited, not there to
Yeah.
inherently have their own value. And that's something that I've always found
Wow.
interesting. So I guess I was just saying that welfare was a way to find a job within industry and like somehow you're tied into industry, but you're still doing something that aligns with your values. So I'm making it less bad for the fish somehow. Yeah. Don't know if that makes sense.
Wow. No, thank you for clarifying that. That's really beautiful. I mean, really, I think that so many of us go through life and we're just like everything is for us, everything is for us, and we're not thinking about. And I mean, it's happening now, even with humans. We're not. Some are better than others, and some don't count, and whatever. Like the fish are living beings, and we need to treat them as such. And I think that I'm so glad that you are talking about this because, and it's not that I thought of them as not beings, but like I didn't really think about fish. I don't really eat a lot of
Yeah.
fish, and so I don't. Sorry, guys, it's early morning. You got my morning voice. We just don't. So many of us don't think about that, and so I'm so glad that you are thinking about that. And I'm that story where you were saying that you were useless to to your boss is really interesting, and it just makes me think. Like, I mean, how many people are in that field and not considering their well being? And thank goodness you're there doing that. I mean, I have a very vivid visual in my mind of like you like throwing these fish back, like we're not taking you, you're fine, go back,
It was
and live
exactly
your
like that.
life. And then your boss was like, what are you doing? Like, we have a job to do.
Exactly. And actually,
Yeah.
if you extrapolate from that, now I have the same voice too. It's the
We
Sunday
both just got
effect,
up, guys.
even though we're like time zones apart. So
Right.
crazy.